Hello folks, Ben France here from Benjamin France Music, working on the project Samick by Valley Arts project guitar today, working on leveling the body out so I can put the new, laminate the new flame maple top onto it. So, been working on it for a little bit here, but I thought it might be interesting for some of you to see a video to kind of see how this process works. So I'll flip the camera around here and show you, you can see a line delineated where I have been using the router to flatten it with my router sled, and then show a little bit of the process as well. So I hope you enjoy it. So here is the delineated line where you can see basically thicker, thinner, thicker, thinner. You can see where that's a lip. And here's the router sled mechanism that I think I posted before. And yeah, doing pretty good job as far as getting rid of that bevel on the top of it to flatten it out. I'm hoping to be able to get it completely flat before I level before I laminate the top onto it. So let's set this up and see if we can set this where y'all can see a little bit of the process. It's not going to be probably hugely exciting from this angle. Maybe I can do better from this angle. Might be a little more to see. Yeah, probably not. So you're just gonna bear with me here, and I'll kind of show you how the sled runs through here and show you what it does. It's gonna get noisy, so expect that. But here we go. So first thing I do is I line this back up where my current line is, about halfway in the middle of this notch in the sled. That way you can see, that way it's about right in the middle of the bit that I'm using. Which what I'm using is this gnarly looking guy, which is a spoil board surfacing bit, 1-inch diameter surfacing bit. And the sled's designed, basically what I do is I've got the guitars on a flat level surface, the sled's flat and level, so what it does basically is it slides across it. You continue to lower down this guy a little bit, or lower down the router a little bit at a time to take off a little bit more of it. I've already taken off probably more than 1/4 of an inch, less than half, but enough that's pretty noticeable difference. So anyway, so here we go. It's gonna get noisy, but here's what the process works like. Bring it out here so maybe you can see the back of it. And then we basically scoot it back a little bit, bring the side back over to home, bring that guy back up to where he's in the middle, and then repeat. And continue doing that until we go all the way across the top of the body. Okay, so there we go, one complete pass. There's one little mark right here that I'm not happy with. You probably saw that little jump. That was this guy, which was a support board I had set to kind of keep the guitar from moving at all. It wasn't really even needed. And it's set a little proud of the body, a little higher than the body, so the router caught it. Also, you probably may have noticed that I immediately unplugged the router before I did anything. These tools can seriously mess you up. So you need to be very careful if you're working with something like a router. Hence me, doing what I did and removing it, removing power for it before I even tried to lift it up where the bit would be exposed. So anyway, I'm going to keep working on this, get it down to where it's, excuse me, completely level. Yes, I know I probably should be wearing a respirator or a mask. I was wearing one earlier, but can't breathe out of it very well. So anyway, I will show you guys the finished project once I get it completely level, which probably another 1 or 2 passes, it should be completely board flat on the tops. Getting close to completely flat, folks. Probably one more pass we'll get it. Did have one little blowout, one thing I didn't think about, which is right down here. That the wood was very thin where the control cavity is. However, keep in mind I'm going to be laminating realistically probably a 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch piece of flame maple on the top of this. So it'll be solid wood on top of that once we go through there. So I've got to lower the bit down, do one more pass. There's still a little bit. We're about to completely flat up here. Not so much down here, so there's a little bit more I got to take off to get it flat, but we're getting there. So here we go again. Top obviously had a little blowout there in the spot by the control cavity, but once again, keep in mind that it's going to be covered with probably somewhere between a 1/4 and 3/8, or maybe a little thicker solid maple cap that's going to get laminated to it. So not a big deal because that's going to have solid wood on top of it. So otherwise, though, that worked out pretty well. I would like to thank all of the people who I found things on YouTube as far as how to make that router sled. That made a huge difference as far as being able to do this myself because I don't have a drum sander, I don't have a planer, that sort of thing. So that worked incredibly well. Thank you to all of you out there who had multiple videos. I think there was, I can't remember. I'll put the links down in the description of the video below, but there were several people that I watched videos on how to make that router sled, and that made a huge difference. That made this project possible. So onward and upward. Keep in mind, next video coming up, hopefully, will be me laminating the maple top to it. I've got to get that. I've got to get that resawn. I bought that nice piece of flame maple that I posted on Instagram, and didn't think I was so excited, kind of like JoJo the Indian Boy, that I didn't think about the fact that my bandsaw only can resaw up to 6-inch tall boards, and that board's about 9 inches wide. So got to be going back to OP Hardwoods, my wood supplier of choice here in Southwest Missouri, and having them resaw that for me, just split it in half and plane one side flat. And then at that point, I will book match the two of them. I will glue them together, and then we'll start working on getting that top onto this guitar. So anyway, onwards and upwards. The next video will be coming hopefully soon on this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Take care, everyone. Bye.